Yo, what's up guys, it's Goblin here, welcome to this new episode. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys the ultimate Royal Giant guide in Clash Royale. I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks, how to get better at Royal Giant, what are some things to keep in mind while playing with this deck, and just in general, some things I learned from playing with it the last couple of years, but also watching the best players with Royal Giant play it in the world. So I'm currently 6-1 in the Grand Challenge. I'm going to try and do my best to focus, win the Grand Challenge, but at the same time, also try and explain as many things as possible. So I'm using this Royal Giant version, which in my opinion is the best version in the game right now. This is a quick cycle version with Phoenix, Skeletons, Ghost, Electro Spirit. Yeah, pretty typical Royal Giant cards, but the most important thing in my opinion while using Royal Giant is always to gather information first. Try to find out, okay, what is my opponent using? Is he, for example, using, I don't know, let's say a beatdown deck? Then most of the times you want to play very reactively, kind of punish your opponent. But let's say he's using more of a cycle deck, then most of the times you want to go with Royal Giants in the back. But first of all, always try to be patient. I would never recommend, and I think when the Royal Giant evolution came out, this was a really popular play. But I would never recommend going with Royal Giant first play in the back, just because of how risky it can be. Let's say you go with Royal Giant in the back and your opponent is using, let's say, P.E.K.K.A. Then it doesn't make sense to go Royal Giant in the back. So always try to first cycle like your Skeletons. Skeletons is very important to start cycling towards your evolution. You can maybe cycle a Ghost, Phoenix, like anything, but the Royal Giant in my opinion. And then whenever you have a counter push like we just had with, for example, Phoenix, with, for example, Ghost, that is when you're gonna go and try to get damage value with the Royal Giant. I would almost never recommend going Royal Giant by itself. I think it's very important to always try and combine it with, for example, the Phoenix, because the Phoenix can most of the times trade, honestly, almost any troop they are gonna drop. Like, even if they go with, for example, a P.E.K.K.A, I feel like the Phoenix is gonna be able to deal a lot of damage against the P.E.K.K.A, against any troop, really. So let's go with the Royal Giant here. We have the Fisherman, we have the Phoenix, knowing that he showed Goblin Gang before. I'm gonna have the lock ready. We are gonna miss a few of the Spear Goblins, but honestly, the most important ones are the Step Goblins, because those are the ones who deal a lot of damage. So in the meantime, we're already gonna get a lot of damage, and as you guys can see, just by playing patiently, just by kind of reacting to the opponent plays, we are gonna, or we did take a little bit of damage, but in general, we're looking really solid. We dealt a lot of damage, and honestly, all we did was just play reactive, play defensively, and afterwards use the troops we used to defend as a counter push. So let's go with the Ghost here, trying to make sure that the Ram Rider is not gonna connect once again. And same thing as before, guys. We have the Phoenix, we have the Ghost from defense. We're gonna go with the Royal Giant. We know that he's probably gonna go with a Goblin Gang. Looks like he doesn't, but it's still a nice lock because we're gonna damage the cannon card. Royal Giant in the meantime is pretty much gonna take the entire tower, and I would say that this is pretty much good game already. 30 seconds left unless something crazy happens, but yeah, it's that easy, guys. Honestly, with Royal Giant, sometimes you can secure some really nice and easy victories if you just follow those basic steps. So let's have the lock ready here. I think he is gonna go with a Goblin Gang soon. Looks like he doesn't. Looks like instead he goes with it onto the right side lane. We do need to be careful, but honestly, if we're gonna take the left side tower, we already have the right side tower down as well. I think we might, oh, we almost take it down with the Royal Giant in the pocket. I'm not sure if we have enough time, but we might be able to take the left side tower. Anyways, it was a win for sure. In the worst case scenario, he was gonna take our right side tower, but Royal Giant in a 2-tower situation, honestly, is amazing. Okay guys, hopping into game number 2, we're 7-1 in the Grand Challenge right now. So the first, basic I told you guys in game number 1 is always playing reactive, try to cycle your Skeletons. That's what I'm doing right now. And then afterwards, just kind of wait and see, okay, is my opponent gonna be cycling a specific card? Is my opponent waiting? I guess since he's waiting, he might be running a more expensive deck, so I am gonna go with Phoenix, because normally with Royal Giant, you would not really want to wait until double elixir. So after seeing the Archer Queen, it could be Royal Hawks, even though we do have the Fireball, which is a good card. Against the Royal Hawks, we also have the Ghost. So I'm gonna go with a Fireball here. On top of the Archer Queen with the Phoenix, death damage, and a lock, we are able to entirely kill the Archer Queen. And I think this is indeed gonna be Royal Hawks. And what did I say before about Cycle decks? In my opinion, against Cycle decks, it's super important to go with Royal Giants in the back. So let's go with a Royal Giant in the back already. Let's see if he's gonna pressure us. We know that he's most likely going to pressure us, so that's why I already had the Skeletons ready. I have the Ghost ready. And this is gonna be a pretty awkward situation for him, because he's gonna have to still defend the Royal Ghost. And then afterwards, he's also still gonna have to defend, in this case, the Royal Giant. So let's go with a Fireball here on top of the cannon as soon as possible. Royal Giant is still full HP. He's gonna have to go with an Archer Queen. He's probably gonna have to pop the ability to start DPSing down it quicker. And the Royal Giant, in the meantime, is able to get a really good amount of damage. So nice. Very good play right there. What I like about going Royal Giant in the back, especially against Psycho decks, is that most of the time, they are gonna be forced to pressure. But not that many Psycho decks are able to pressure like really well. Like, for example, Royal Hawks, of course, they do apply quite a lot of pressure. They can get a lot of damage. But in general, I feel like Royal Hawks are, yeah, also just a troop, which you can then defend, for example, with a Ghost. Afterwards, get a good double lane pressure going. Like, I feel like it's just kind of awkward for them to pressure when we go Royal Giant in the back. Like, for example, now, I think his cycles like Earthquake, Cannon, Psycho cards, maybe Delivery, I think he has it in Psycho. So, like, he doesn't have like a very nice cycle, I guess you can say, to defend the Royal Giant. So let's also try to go with a Ghost, knowing that he does have the... Okay, let's go with the E-Spirit here, and let's go with a Fisherman. Try to force an early ability right here. Okay, perfect. Let's go Skeletons. In the meantime, the Ghost on the left side is getting a lot of damage. Let's wait a little bit and see what he's gonna do. Let's go with a Phoenix towards the left side. And I'm just gonna repeat the same thing over, guys. I'm gonna go with a Royal Giant. Also, one thing, kind of a tip I want to give you guys when playing Royal Giant. If, for example, in this case, the left side tower is at 1500 HP, the right side tower is at 1900 HP. Why do I go with a normal Royal Giant into the right side lane? Because then I can cycle to the evil Royal Giant, and I'm gonna go with the evil Royal Giant in the lane where we are getting, or where we do want to get a lot of damage. So if that makes sense, I'm gonna go with the evil Royal Giant now in the left side lane. Of course, the Ghost is able to get a lot of damage on the right side, but that was kind of my thought process. That's, yeah, in general, a good thing to kind of keep in mind while playing Royal Giant. Try to always go with the normal Royal Giant in the lane. Okay, we need to be careful because those Hawks are gonna get a little bit of chip damage, but always try to go with the Royal Giant in the lane where you don't have that much damage. So for example, now instead of going with Royal Giant in the right side lane, I'm gonna go with the normal Royal Giant into the left side lane, and then afterwards I'm gonna try and cycle the evil Royal Giant towards the right side lane, because that is where we have a lot of damage. And if you guys notice, I barely use my Fireball on defense, because with the Ghost, with the Look, we are sometimes gonna take a little bit of damage, but in general, I'm able to defend the Royal Hawks pretty well. And I'm also able to get a really good counter push most of the time. So let's go with a Royal Giant to the bridge. We do have to be careful because I think he does have the, yeah, he does have the evil skeletons, but it is the evil Royal Giant, which I guess, yeah, we'll be able to take care of them. We are gonna not get any damage out of it, so kind of a mistake on my part. I should have had, I guess, the Lock ready there. But anyways, let's go with a Ghost, let's go with a Phoenix, let's go with a Electro Spirit here as well. We are taking a lot of damage, but I think we still should be able to hopefully get a W here. Okay, let's go with the Royal Giant here left side. I think it's a good play because we are going to have the Phoenix there. We are going to have the Ghost there. So let's go with the Fireball as well. Trying to take care of the Archer Queen. And this is going to be a pretty hard push for him to stop him, I think. Let's go with a Ghost here in the meantime. Towards the right side, we know that he has the Skeletons available. So I'm going to go with a Pre-Lock. Predicting the Skeletons, let's go with Electro Spirit here. He just used the what's it called? The Cannon. Let's go with a Royal Giant to the bridge. Let's go with a Fireball defensively. Let's go with Skeletons. And let's go with a Lock prediction here as well. Nice, very nice. Let's go with a Ghost. And as you guys can see, just constant pressure, constantly being annoying with our pressure cards, with the Royal Giants. Once again, he uses the Cannon. So let's go with a Royal Giant to the bridge. Let's go with a Fireball here as well to kill the Archer Queen. Let's go with Skeletons to cycle. He is going to go with his Skeleton. So I'm going to go with a Lock. Royal Giant looks onto the tower. I don't want to say it's that easy because this matchup was definitely not easy at all, but if you guys kind of recognize and if you guys kind of see what you need to do in the specific situations, I promise you guys that Royal Giant is such a fun deck. Okay, let's go guys, hopping into game number 3, and no way we're up against Muhammad Light. Well, I don't think this is the real, to be honest, but anyways, let's give him a good luck and let's see what Muhammad Light is gonna be using. I guess with our starting hand, or with the hand here, we're just gonna wait a little bit. If he doesn't cycle anything, okay, looks like he does cycle Barbarians. I want to say if he doesn't cycle anything, like a Spirit, Princess, Goblin Barrel, anything like that, most of the times you are kind of free to cycle your Lock, because Lockbait usually never really wants to wait. So let's go with a Lock on the right side, knowing that we have the Phoenix on the left side. Let's go with Electro Spirit here as well, and looks like he also has a Skeleton King. Okay, Barbarians, Pets, and a Skeleton King. So it's definitely gonna be interesting, yeah, to see what he's gonna be using. Okay, he also has a Night Witch. Let's go with Ghost, let's go with Skeletons. And at Psycho, I think another Phoenix here. Okay, he does go with Electro, or excuse me, not an Electro Giant, an Elixir Golem. Okay, let's go with Electro Spirit here. Let's then have the Lock ready onto the left side lane, and let's also go with Skeletons. So very aggressive start from our opponent here. Not sure why he went so aggressive. He does have the Barbarians Evolution, I think, available. I don't know if he has enough Elixir, but anyways, let's try to not go with the Royal Giant quite yet. Let's just try and be a little bit annoying with a Ghost here. I feel like Ghost is one of those cards which can be game-changing. First of all, you can mess up their cycle really bad, because most of the times you're gonna force out, for example, a ground unit, which can be, for example, Barbarians, can be, for example, as now like a Night Witch. Like, just in general, I feel like the Ghost is a really good card to kind of mess up their cycle, but also to take advantage of a bad cycle when they do not have a specific card in cycle. Most of the times, the Ghost will be able to get a really good amount of chip damage on, yeah, the tower. And most of the times it will actually be game changing. So let's go with a Lock here in the meantime. Let's go with the Electro Spirit here as well. I'm just gonna wait a little bit and see what he's gonna do. And let's go with a Ghost once again. at the bridge. So if you guys are watching, by the way, we are going to activate the King Tower, but with Royal Giant, honestly, it doesn't matter much. But if you guys notice, basically all I'm doing right here is just being annoying with our ghost, like always trying to mess up his cycle, trying to get value out of it, and just be as annoying as possible with our cards. So let's go with a Fisherman here in the meantime. He is gonna pop his ability, so let's go with a lock, let's go with Electro Spirit, just to make sure we clean up everything. Fisherman here to activate the King Tower, and Fisherman is one of those cards, guys, that if you know how to use the Fisherman well, it can be so game changing. Like, it can actually be insanely good on defense. It can activate the King Tower pretty much against so many win conditions, against Hawk Rider, against Giant, against Goblin Stein, which is a super popular card right now. Like, just in general, I feel like the Fisherman is one of the most important cards, and one of the best cards actually in Royal Giant, and just in general in Clash Royale. Okay, let's go with a Ghost, let's go with a Phoenix, another Phoenix towards the left side lane this time. Let's then push a Fisherman here to pull the what's it called, the Skeleton King in the middle, and I'm gonna go with a lock here as well, trying to clean up everything. Nice, looking very good. He does have a lightning. Yeah, I wanted to say that he does have a lightning, so we need to be careful with the lightning, but honestly, we're looking pretty solid so far. Okay, let's go with Fisherman, let's go with Skeletons here, Evolution, let's go with Electro Spirit, let's go with another Ghost. And as you guys notice, I'm being really patient with the Royal Giant, because honestly, Royal Giant is one of those decks where you don't need to always just spam your Royal Giants. Like, I think it's very important to wait for the right moment, and with a good Royal Giant, you can just finish the game. Like, for example, now, I was waiting, I was cycling, one good Royal Giant. How many Royal Giants did I even play this game? I think I only played 2 Royal Giants, and we still managed to secure the victory. Very nice and very easily. Okay guys, 9-1 in the Grand Challenge, hopping into game number 4 right here. Let's see how we can do, but so far doing really well. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the video. If you are, make sure to smack the like button and leave a comment, because it does help out a lot. Okay, let's see what we're gonna be facing. Ooh, another player with Barbarians. Okay, Barbarians, definitely an interesting card. In my opinion, Barbarians are kind of scary sometimes, but we do have the Fireball, but especially the Evolution ones are kind of risky sometimes. Okay, let's go with a lock here towards the left side. He does have an Executioner, which is also a card we can activate the King Tower with. As I said before, Fisherman is just, an amazing card. You can activate with a lot of different ways. So let's go with Electro Spirit, let's go with Skeletons. Ooh, he does have a Royal Giant here. Okay, let's actually go with a Fisherman, let's go with a Ghost on top of the... oh, what a nice Nado. Man, what a nice Nado by him. Okay, I was not expecting a Nado, to be honest. Of course, seeing an Executioner, I guess I should have potentially expected a Tornado. Yes, BMing us. I'm not sure why he's BMing us, but anyways, let's see if we can make a comeback here still. Okay, he has Guards, he has Barbarians. He definitely has some pretty solid Royal Giant counters, if you ask me. Okay, let's see though. I think we definitely need to be very patient. We cannot go with a Royal Giant right now, knowing that he has the Evil Barbs in Cycle. So let's just Cycle once again. Electro Spirit, let's go with Skeletons. Let's go with a lock here towards the left side. And I'm just gonna wait a little bit and see what is he gonna do. Okay, looks like he goes with a Monk. Man, I don't know why he's BMing so much. I'm actually gonna mute the emotes, try and focus up, and then hopefully we can make a comeback and hopefully BM him back later. Okay, let's go with a Phoenix here. He also does have a Void spell, which is definitely interesting. Okay, let's go with a Fisherman like this. Let's go with Electro Spirit, and I guess I'm gonna go with a lock to push back the Royal Giant a little bit. Okay, once again, he does go with a Tornado, which is definitely a nice play, but at the same time, is he gonna have enough elixir right now to defend this Phoenix, Royal Giant, and the Evil Skeletons push? That's my question right now. How are you gonna defend this? Because he does have Barbarians, but does he have a lock? Does he have anything else? He doesn't have enough elixir to deal with the Skeletons and with the Royal Giant at the same time. So continue BMing, my friend. We are gonna take your left side tower. Okay, let's focus up though, because this is definitely not an easy matchup. And even though his deck is kind of strange, he's also been playing this, I would say, pretty well. So let's try to protect our tower a little bit more, just to force out something else. Let's, in the meantime, go with a Ghost. I'm gonna go with a Royal Giant, and I know that he has the Evil Barbs available, so I am gonna go with a Fireball here as soon as possible as well. Nice. Okay, let's go with Skeletons. Let's then, I guess, go with a lock, and let's go with a Electro Spirit. I think the Royal Giant isn't gonna make it to the tower, but I still want to take care of the guards. I still want to take care of the Inferno Dragon, and we need to be careful with a potential Royal Giant from him in the middle right now. Okay, looks like he goes with his Executioner. I guess I'm gonna go with my Ghost. I think I'm gonna try and snipe his... oh, he does go with the Royal Giant. Okay, let's go with a Fisherman. Let's go with a Phoenix like this, and let's then go with a lock here as well. Nice, very good lock. It's gonna hit all the Barbarians. It's gonna hit the Royal Giant, and it's also gonna hit the Executioner. Okay, man, what a strange Royal Giant deck from him. He has Barbarians, Inferno Dragon, Exi. Like, I feel like his Royal Giant version is definitely really annoying for us to deal with, but at the same time, I think we're doing a pretty good job so far. So let's actually go with a Royal Giant in the middle right here. He does have the evil barbarians available, I think, but I don't know, he goes with the... Wow, what a nice nade. Okay, this guy's definitely not bad at all with his tornadoes. I feel like so far with his tornadoes, he's actually been doing a really good job at being annoying. Okay, I kind of want to go with evil skeletons. I'm not sure if he is going to go with a Royal Giant. Nice. What an amazing evil skeletons prediction. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that's actually going to help us so much defending the evil Royal Giant. Let's go with a fisherman in the meantime. And let's go with a ghost towards the 3-count, guys. Even though we don't have that much damage on the 3-count, I think this is a very good moment to start pressuring the 3-count as well, because this way he cannot really go with his tornadoes to pulling it to the 3-count. He pulls it to the 3-count, but my friend, we have an evil Royal Giant, we have a ghost there. Are you sure you want to do that? I don't think you want to do that. So let's actually BM him back. I'm not a guy who BMs, but honestly, if you start BMing, if you start, being toxic, I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna BM you. Very nice win there. I think we're 10-1 in the Green Challenge right now. See you guys soon with the next match. Okay, let's go, guys. Hopping into the next match. We're up against a pretty good play right here. Top 160. Finished both on ladder and in the global tournament. So let's give him a good luck. And let's see what deck he's gonna be running. Okay, Evil Ice Spirit most of the times is some kind of cycle deck. So we need to be, careful. Looking out for potential Royal Hawks. Could be, I guess this is gonna be Royal Hawks. Okay, let's do the same play as we did before against Royal Hawks. Let's go with a Royal Giant in the back here. Let's wait a little bit and see what he's gonna do. And then we can just kind of be reactive. Is he gonna go with Royal Hawks? Then we're probably gonna go with Fireball. If he's gonna go with the Archer Queen, we're just gonna let it be for now. And I think I'm gonna go with a Fisherman like this, guys. Trying to force out... Okay, let's go with Fisherman and a Lock. Trying to force out an early ability from him. Okay, let's go with Fireball afterwards. And let's go with Skeletons here. Nice. Okay, he's gonna defend it very well. But the most important thing is that we already cycle back to the Royal Giant. And we're also gonna defend his push pretty easily. He's still gonna have to spend something on the what's it called, on the Fisherman. And in the meantime, we have a, I would say, pretty decent start so far. Okay, so as I said before, as I mentioned many times I think already in today's video, against cycle decks, 9 out of the 10 times you always want to go with your Royal Giant in the back, because this way you can start cycling towards the next Royal Giant. But also, most importantly, it's kind of awkward for them to go into the Royal Giant. Like, for example, now these Royal Hawks, it's not like they were bad, but we spent 5 elixir with the Ghost and the Lock, and he's still gonna have to defend this. So I'm actually gonna go with a Fireball here. I believe that he has Evil Skeletons, but of course we have the Evil Royal Giant. Let's go with Electro Spirit here as well. Excuse me, and let's go with a Fisherman here. Okay, what I want to try and do with the Fisherman here is try and force out an early ability. Looks like he does go with his Royal Hawks. We need to be careful with the Evil Skeletons, but honestly, we can go with a Ghost. We can then go with a last second Lock, and I think that should be enough to defend the left side lane. We do need to be kind of careful, but I think we're okay, guys. We can go with... No, the Skeletons were too late. Okay, bad Skeletons by me. That mistake is actually gonna cost us a lot of damage. If I went with the Skeletons 1 second earlier, there would have been, not as much damage on our left side tower, but I guess it's okay. Okay, so let's wait a little bit. I first want to go... Okay, let's go with a Phoenix here. I want to wait a little bit and see, is he going to go with his Royal Hawks? Okay, he doesn't. And once again, same thing for, you guys watching. As I said before, left side tower is lower. Where do I send the normal Royal Giant? Into the right side lane. I do not want to send the Royal Giant into the left side lane, because I want to try and get a double lane push going, especially with the evil Royal Giant on the lane where we got the damage. Okay, let's go with a Phoenix here to support the Royal Giant. Let's in the meantime go with a Fisherman. He is gonna pop his ability. I'm gonna wait a little bit and see what he's gonna do, and I would like to go with another Royal Giant as soon as possible here. Okay, let's go with a Ghost. Let's go with a Royal Giant. Electro Spirit prediction against the Evil Skeletons. Let's go with a Lock, because sometimes the E-Spirit is not enough. As you guys can see, it was definitely necessary to Lock. And I'm gonna go with Skeletons plus Ghost in the meantime. Okay, this guy's definitely playing this really well. But I think we still might be able to win this. Let's see. Let's go with a Royal Giant here as soon as possible. I don't think he has the cannon in cycle quite yet, so that's gonna be good for us. And let's see what he's gonna do. Okay, let's go with a Fireball here. Let's see if we can take care of the Archer Queen. Royal Giant is gonna make it to the tower. We are gonna take care of the Archer Queen with the Lock. Let's go. Have the Skeletons ready against his Royal Hawks. Let's go with Skeletons now. Looks like he doesn't go with Royal Hawks. Instead, he secures the defense. And I think this might be the first loss of today's video. And why did I lose, guys? Because of that one timing with the Skeletons. If I didn't mess up the Skeletons against the Archer Queen, I think we would have probably won this match. It's not over quite yet, but that is definitely gonna be game-changing, to be honest. Okay, let's go with a Fisherman here up high. Let's go with an Evil Royal Giant. Let's go with a Lock here as well. Let's see if we can somehow get the Royal Giant to the tower, but I don't really see how, to be honest. Okay, wait a second. Maybe if this Royal Giant... No, it's not gonna be enough right now. It's not gonna be enough, and I think this should be a good game. Okay, wait, let's see. Okay, he does go with his... Yeah, he's just gonna spell Cycle us. Man, what an unfortunate loss here, especially because that one misclick. I don't know how much damage his Archer Queen, excuse me, got because of the one misclick. Well, it wasn't necessarily a misclick, I guess more of a missed timing because of the, let's give him a well played by the way, definitely really well played by him. We're 10-2 in the Grand Challenge, so hopefully we can still at least win the Grand Challenge, but it definitely, yeah, hurts a lot losing because of like a 1 second, how do you even call it? Like, is it a misplay? I don't know how to call it, but you guys understand what I'm trying to say when I went a little bit too late with the evil skeletons or with the skeletons in general. Okay, let's go with a ghost here. Let's go with skeletons as well. We're up against lockbait. We don't have the lock-in cycle, so we need to defend the barrel in a different way. And let's wait and see what lockbait version is he using. Okay, looks like he has a cannon card. I guess it could be cannon card Goblin Gang. Could be a potential, I would say maybe recruits lockbait deck. I guess I'm gonna wait a little bit and see what he's gonna do next. But he spent a lot of elixir already just to defend that one ghost. So let's go with a Phoenix here. I think I would like to go with a Royal Giant as well, and I would even like to go with a Ghost, but I also want to keep the Fireball, just in case he's gonna go with, for example, okay, yeah, he does go with a Cannon. Is it worth it to go with a Fireball here? I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna leave it like this, and I'm gonna look to activate the King Tower here. Okay, let's go with a Fisherman now to try and activate the King Tower with his Goblin Stein, and let's just wait a little bit and see what he's gonna do. Is he gonna go with a Goblin Barrel? Is he gonna go with some pressure card, or is he just gonna leave it like this? Okay, looks like he's just gonna leave it like this, so let's go with Skeletons, make sure that we don't take any unnecessary damage. And so far I would say really good start, especially activating the King Tower that early against lockbait. I would say is definitely, yeah, really nice, a really nice thing to have. Okay, let's go with, I think, a Ghost plus a Royal Giant in the right side. How is he gonna defend this, guys? We have the Phoenix, which is gonna counter the cannon card. He is probably gonna go, okay, he goes with a Dart Goblin. I think he just lost, to be honest. I think he just lost. He might get like a last second cannon, but he's gonna take so much damage anyways. Even if he does go with a cannon, he's gonna, yeah, pretty much lose his entire tower. So very nice read right there. Did you guys notice the decision making when I saw his cannon card? I have the Phoenix on the field. That cannon card is not gonna do anything. It's not gonna get any value, but it's also not gonna, yeah, help, of course, against the Royal Giant because we switch lanes right there. So I think that's a very nice little detail to kind of note right there. Okay, let's go with a look here to make sure that those recruits, neither the Golden Barrel is gonna get a lot of damage. And at this point, all we need to do is just survive for 50 more seconds, guys. I think we can kind of keep the pressure, to be honest. I think it's important to, yeah, potentially get some extra damage in. But I think also most importantly is just to make sure that we have solid defense. So let's go with a Fisherman here to defend this Goblin Stein. Let's then afterwards have, I think, the Phoenix ready. He's probably gonna go with his evil Goblin Barrel. Let's wait a little bit and see where he's probably gonna... Okay, he does go with his recruits. Let's wait a little bit. Let's go with a Ghost here onto the right side lane. Let's then go, I guess, with a local left side. Let's go with Skeletons here as well. And let's go with a Fisherman. Okay, nice. Fisherman goes to the right side. And I think we got the defense, guys. I think, yeah, we do have the defense. Very nice defense right there. Let's go with a Fireball just in case. But I think it's not even that necessary. Anyways, as I said before, all we need to do really is just to defend. So we are gonna end up defending. Very nice win, and this is gonna be the moment of the video, guys. We're 11-2 right now. Can we get the 12th win? That's the real question. I guess we will find out soon. See you guys soon with the last match of today's video. Okay, let's go, guys. Hopping into the last match of today's video. This is the moment, so I'm gonna try and focus, play my best game right here. Let's give him the good luck and let's see what he's gonna be running. Ooh, recruits first play. Okay, so you're that kind of guy. Okay, let's go with a Phoenix into one of the lanes. Let's wait a little bit and see what type of recruits deck. Is he gonna have Flying Machine? Is he gonna have a bait version? I guess that's okay. Looks like he is gonna have a bait version. Okay, I'm gonna go lock here into the left side lane. He does go with his Goblin Barrel. I'm gonna go with a Ghost here. And I think I'm gonna go with Skeletons here as well, just to make sure the right side lane is not gonna get too much damage. I think this might be the same exact matchup we just played, right? I think this is gonna be the same exact matchup we just played. I think it might be, guys. Okay, I'm definitely gonna look for the King Tower activation again because that helped us quite a lot. So let's have the Fisherman ready here. Let's go with the Fisherman as soon as possible, to activate against the Goblin Stein. And I guess I'm gonna go with the Phoenix up high here, knowing that if not, the Goblin Stein is gonna get quite a lot of damage. Okay, same thing, guys. He cycles the cannon card. I think I'm just gonna go in with the Royal Giant. He does have the cannon, I believe. So let's see, and let's go with a lock here onto the Dart Goblin. Nice. Okay, that's a pretty good lock. The good thing when I see the cannon card being cycled is that I know that I can defend it super cheaply. Like, for example, here, the cannon card on the right side, I can just defend it with some skeletons. In the meantime, we get a lot of damage on the left side lane, and that's just so important to always kind of be reactive with Royal Giant. I think it's very, yeah, he even says well played, so a big thank you to the opponent. It's not over yet, by the way, but it's definitely a good start for us once again because we have the King Tower activated, and we got a little bit of early damage right here. Okay, let's go with a Ghost. Let's wait a little bit and see what he does. He does go with his Goblin Stein. I guess a Fireball here is not the worst decision because it's gonna get tower damage. It's gonna deal a little bit of damage on top of the Goblin Stein. And we're also, yeah, gonna have it in lock range, that if he does give us a good lock, we can get a lock value right there. Okay, let's go like this. Let's go with Skeletons. Let's go with Electro Spirit. To the right side lane, we do need to be careful with arrows. I think he's gonna arrow the left side. So let's go with the Ghost. And then the King Tower is definitely helping us quite a lot as well, guys. Okay, let's go with the Royal Giant left side lane. We did take a lot of damage on the right side, so I'm not sure if that's the best thing, but I guess it's okay. And let's see what he's gonna do to defend this Royal Giant. Nice. Ghost plus Royal Giant are gonna make it to the tower. Let's in the meantime go with a Phoenix towards the left side lane, and let's wait a little bit and see what he's gonna do next. Man, I'm losing my voice. Okay, let's go with Skeletons here. Let's go with a Fisherman like this. Let's wait a little bit and then go with, I think, an Electro Spirit plus a Ghost to try and defend the cannon card. Let's go with Skeletons, and let's go with a Phoenix here as well. Okay, we are gonna take quite a lot of damage, but I guess it's okay. And we have the Royal Giant once again available. Should I go Royal Giant? Yeah, I think I'm still gonna go Royal Giant. We have the Phoenix there, we have the Fisherman still alive, Phoenix on the right side as well. I think it's a decent moment to go with the Royal Giant. Phoenix Explosion is also gonna help a little bit, and we should get a little bit of damage as well. Nice. Okay, let's go with a Fisherman here. Let's go with a Ghost onto the right side lane. Very good Ghost. Let's in the meantime go with Evil Skeletons. I think he's expecting us to use the lock, so that's why I go with Skeletons to keep the lock. And then now we catch him without Elixir. We can just lock his cannon, and I think that should be a good game right here. Man, I'm actually losing my voice at the end of the video, but I think we do have the victory secured. As you guys can see, Royal Giant is gonna finish the left side tower. So even though I did lose my voice at the end, we still ended up getting a really nice video. We secured a 12 win in the Grand Challenge. Honestly, amazing video, amazing matches. Hopefully you guys could learn something from today's video. I love playing with Royal Giant. It's a super solid deck, and I definitely recommend it. If you guys wanna just have fun and in general get good at Clash Royale, I think it's a great deck. So that's gonna be it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to smack the like button. If not subscribed to the channel, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in one of my next videos. Take care, guys.